Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of
After School with Paul and Aidan.
Today we are joined by Jack Scearce, the lead singer and lead guitarist in the band known as the Shadowcrew. What do you call your followers, Jack?
Shadowers, that's what we call them.
Yeah, me and Paul are major shadowers.
It's true.
Nice.
I like to think of myself as one of the more original fans. I was definitely hyping up your first real song release. We'll get a peek at that later.
They're like the disciples, as we would say.
I was there when it was still like no band name, and then I left because I didn't want to do it.
That kind of sucks because now you're not able to revel in the glory. Sorry to say it.
Rise and you fall.
You left at the wrong time. I mean, there's no science behind it. So Jack, the way we would do this is we're gonna go through. Pause it incrementally. Aidan will be in charge of that. Ask you some questions about the lyrics, the people involved, anything, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little rounded answer.
The process behind it. I got you. Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Not a bad answer.
I never thought I would die in the sand. You being mine carries me just like your hand. I never thought my skin could be carried on the ground.
So, what inspired you to write the first opening?
So, Trouble in Paradise was supposed to be about a relationship between a guy and a girl. It was kind of hard to write because I had trouble writing the lyrics.
You had Trouble in Paradise writing the lyrics.
That's a good one.
Ooh, clever guy.
It's about a relationship that's not going so well. It's about this guy who meets this girl who thinks it's oh, you're like my sunshine, you're you're my rainbow, you're so perfect to me and I love you in every way. But you kind of pain me in some ways that I feel like it hurts. Because it's the trouble in paradise. So it's the good part of the paradise, but there's also that tiny bit of trouble.
Because it's it's trouble in something that's perfect. You know?
Right, yeah, you get it, yeah.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Yes, let's continue.
What was the inspiration behind the whoa, that part? That's my favorite part of the whole song.
That was all Andrew. So we were in the studio, I would say, Miss what's her name?
Steven?
Yeah, Miss Stevens. So we were in the music room, and I was telling Andrew, can you come up with some catchy hook for the song? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And originally it started because it was oh, it was like that, yeah. But then I kind of wanted to have it kind of go with the song, so I went oh, and he just came up with that part.
Gotcha. And I guess that's just really how a musician's mind's got to work, right? You gotta have ideas, but when you hear your beat, you got to adapt to it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Very interesting. My favorite part's actually next.
Trouble in paradise, and I can't ask for any better advice. Whoa.
I love that guitar scratch, by the way.
And it's it complements the harmony that just happened. Was it your idea to do the harmony there? The multiple voices there?
That was Andrew as well. But yeah, we worked on that part. We wanted to have a little backtracking, so it sounds like we were both singing together. So we mixed it in together. The slide was my idea. I wanted to have something that was a transition. It's called a pick slide, and it's used in a lot of songs. A lot of guitarists use it to transition into another verse. So we wanted to use it, and I was like, well, we couldn't really record it, so we just did a layover of it. So it sounded really well.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
To the city of gold, but your stories and fortunes are untold. You gave the sign of regret, but you said you love me now. I'm sold. The thoughts and memories of me have been safe and sound. You
Trouble in paradise, and I can't ask for any better advice. Whoa.
Oh. You didn't do the guitar scratch there. Why not?
Wait, play it again. Sorry, I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, like it's the right there. I was kind of
It sort of slowed down. Why'd you decide to instead of
Because that was coming into the bridge of the song. We wanted to like.
It sounds fine without the pick slide. I was just wondering if there was
because
any reasoning behind slowing the song down
right.
the fast pace it was.
Because when we write songs, we always go intro, verse 1, chorus or pre-chorus, and then we go verse 2, and then we go to chorus, the bridge, and then the outro. But we sometimes mix it up. We wanted to we didn't want it to have like a pick slide, because if it slided, then it would go to a faster verse. We wanted it to just maintain right back to the bridge, so we can have like a little slow music to it, so we can have like a like something like that.
You're the angel of the sea. It seems like fun to me. You took the wrench and shattered my knee.
What was the inspiration behind those lyrics?
yeah.
Okay, so I put that shatter my knee part. So that was originally for the demo I did. This is like an entourage to the demo, but like we're planning on having the real Trouble in Paradise come out on an EP soon. Hopefully this summer.
Gotcha.
So I asked Bridget and Mia what they liked about the song, because I heard that they...
Just real quick, that's Bridget Callahan and Mia Falaise.
Shout out. I was like, what did they... And they said, I like the part where you took the wrench to shatter my knee. I'm like, okay, that has a good reference to it, because it represents that, you know, we come so far, but you take that wrench and you shatter my knee. It wouldn't sound like... It would sound weird if I said shatter my heart, but knee, because it rhymes, and I think it just sounded really good.
Can I just say that right there, that changing up of the norm, that's what makes hit music? Can I just say that? Like, everyone hears the heart lyrics, right? And it's, you know, it gets old. It's like, you hurt my heart, you shattered my heart, right? But you took a wrench, like an object that no one really thinks about, and shattered my knee. I mean, yes, it rhymes, but there's like some deeper meaning. Your knee is what you use to support yourself. So if your knee is shattered, someone shattering your knee, you have a hard time supporting yourself. That's wonderful songwriting right there. And that's what I really think most people are going to agree jumps out at you when you listen to this.
I never realized that, but yeah, Paul, you got it. Yeah.
Don't care if we get in trouble.
Okay.
I just care about seeing double.
So,
I care about seeing double. What do you mean by seeing? Like, this is always this part has always confused me. This last line right here. What do you mean by saying that?
Trouble in Paradise is, I don't care if we get in trouble. I just care about seeing double. I want to see the good side of you, but I also want to see the bad side of you. Like, you know, I kind of want to. This guy's writing like a love song to, like, you know, I want to, you know, I don't want to, you know, I want to get back to where we were before. You know, I want to still see like the bad side of you, you know, and then I also want to see the good side of you that really brings me out as a person. Right.
And seeing the bad side, is that kind of like rebellious? What do you think of is the bad side that this singer wants to see?
The bad side would be probably like mischief, like teenage mischief, and like that
so
stuff.
It's not a deviant or like a car thief or
no,
anything like that.
No.
Right. So it's not like, you know, you can murder someone, but I want you to go to the funeral. It's more like you can have a, you know, telling some bad jokes and doing some weird things, but as long as you're a good person with the rest of it, you know, like
Yes, very much so. Yes.
Perfect.
I don't care if we get in trouble. I just care about seeing double.
So that was Trouble in Paradise by the Shadowcrew.
Guys,
Jack,
link in the
wondering-
description if you want to check out this song. Just want to say.
Yeah, what's up?
Jack, I was just wondering, in the middle there, after the bridge, I noticed that there was a severe change in the vocals of the song. Is there any reason why you went from auto-tuned to not auto-tuned?
I don't know. I guess like I wanted to, you know, like a lot of singers they put auto-tune because they don't want to reveal their true colors, and I felt like I just wanted to show people what I'm capable of, and like, you know, that's what I felt like I was capable of, and you know, also it was a little bit rushed therefore, but I felt like I just wanted to really embrace myself as I was singing the process. Like I wanted people to understand what I really sound like and what I really like, what my voice really sounds like when I sing, and you know, how I express myself.
For aspiring song artists out there that might have a really strong message but feel like their voice might be holding them back, what do you have to say to those people?
I would say, you know, really show people what you can do and achieve, because, you know, music is all about love, and it's all about the pride of what you do. And as long as you love what you do, don't let anyone stand in your way, because music is, it's such a universal language, and that connects people.
Now, Jack, if you would like, you told us that you had a song that you have been working on.
Oh, yes. It's still a new one, but I'll just play the first verse. So this is called Angel of a Sacred Prayer. It's basically about my bassist, Owen. So me and Andrew were lost. We're like, we don't know how to move on, and we're just a two-man band. And then I found Owen, our new bassist, and he was like, oh my God, you know, I was like, he was so happy to be a part of Shadowcrew, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, bro. Yeah. Oh, okay, you guys got the flashlight. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Jack Scearce with his new song, Angel Lost.
Dragged her my house when I was 18. Lost sight of seeing everything. I'm a selfish jerk. I deserve to be berserk, and I can't live here without you anymore. I shut the door, I slammed it on your face. These consequences are catching me with a pace, and I'm certain that I'm lost without you. I need an angel of a sacred prayer. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that's the first verse, but that's all I have so far.
We here at After School with Paul and Aidan asked my followers on Instagram to ask us some questions to ask you.
Okay, I'm excited.
And so, but before we get into those questions that they've cultivated, I would like to get into some questions of my own. So, Jack.
It's looking pretty slim right now. Me and Andrew are figuring things out. You know, it's hard time right now due to the pandemic. We really want to make music. It's hard to communicate because Andrew has like a weird phone issue. I don't know, but right now the plans for Shadowcrew is just to get the EP done. That's it. And then focus on from that, and then hopefully gain more support, and then have more people know who we are, and then get more, like, I guess, members, probably? I don't know. Me and the band broke up a month ago, and it was me, Andrew, Brian, and Owen. And we had, like, other people. We had, like, 13 people. It's fucking crazy. It was like these kids from Aragon. And we just broke up because I didn't feel like it was the right fit, and there was a whole bunch of fights and a whole bunch of stuff that's controversial, and it just wasn't good for me and the band.
And so me and Andrew decided that we just wanted to break up with them. But me and Andrew are still together. The other guys, I don't know what they're doing. So that's what it is so far.
So now I'm going to ask a question that's been kind of on my mind. Jack, when are we going to see a video for Trouble in Paradise?
Bruno, shout out to Bruno Gihano. He said he would like to direct one, so I'll get on board with him and see what we can come up with. But yeah, I mean, if like everything goes planned and like the summer's good and God's good to us, I guess we could mix up in the summer.
Now these questions here have been gathered meticulously by myself from Instagram.
Let me know who said the questions because I'm just curious.
Yeah, some people, I asked people if I could use their names. Some people said yes, some people said no, so there are a couple anonymous people. So the first question, Xbox or PS4 by Mr. R?
PS4. I've been playing Uncharted for the past few weeks, and that game is so crazy. It's a great story, and I feel like what PS4 is, because everyone thinks I'm gonna go in the music industry, and I feel like I hope so, but I also would like to do like video game art design because I've been always interested in like games and art and math, and I kind of I feel like I kind of speak that level, and I kind of connect with it, so I know stuff about like animation, and I know stuff about, I don't know programming, but I know a lot about like art and modeling, and I feel like that's where I fit best. But I'm a lot of PS4 because they just have great stories. Xbox, I feel like it's just more like campaign versus like story mode, because like I played Uncharted, I played Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game. They have really great stories, and I feel like that's what PS4 delivers. So PS4 for sure.
Paul, what about you? Xbox or PS4?
Man, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have either.
Next question, extremely existential. Daniel Meza asks, why? It can be in reference to anything. It could be in reference to why are we doing this questionnaire? It could be in reference to why are we asking Jack questions? It could be asking, why are you asking me to ask you a question?
Why? I guess I can start off why the Shadowcrew formed. A couple years back ago, actually, a couple years, I was at the desk at Sarah. Shout out to Sarah. And I was just sitting there waiting for my mom to pick me up because I didn't have a license or anything. And I met Andrew. And Andrew was this bright kid who had a lot of ideas, and he just really loved music. And he told me he plays drums. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I play guitar. I'm like, we should form a band. He's like, yeah, that'd be cool. And we hold off that idea for like a year because we didn't really think about it. And then I joined Praise Band my sophomore year of high school. And shout out Mr. BK, greatest man ever. And it was so fun because I love Praise Band and I just love playing music. And it's just great because we have fun time. And everyone is truly family there. And like how this sense of brotherhood we have. And I feel like we truly connect on a level of brotherhood and Praise Band because we're all supportive of whatever music backgrounds we come from. Andrew is more like slow jazz and like alternate rock. I'm more like pop punk, alternate rock. David's more like heavy metal. Tygan's more like jazz. And we still respect each other's music styles, and we love each other, and we respect each other. And so I really thought this would be a cool opportunity for Andrew because I knew he played drums. And I think his name is Matt Connery. He was the drummer for Praise Band, and he left. And I'm like, and Mr. VK is like, well, we need a drummer. If you guys know anyone, please let me know. And I'm like, well, Andrew is their drummer. Andrew would play. And I told him about it. He's like, maybe. I have to see if my parents will let me. And so lo and behold, he came on, and we started off that way. And me and Andrew wanted to form a band because we love playing music together. We love working together, and we just started building off the Shadowcrew. And we came up with the name. Ben came up with the name. Shout out to Ben Cook. It was a reference to Stage Crew for Lord of the Flies. And Ben had that idea. We were in like IHOP at 1 a.m. due to like the cast party.
That was fun.
And me and Ben were just sitting at the table while everyone else was just fooling around, and we were like being serious about the band. We were like coming up with names. And he was like, how about this one? I'm like, how about this one? I'm like, no. And I'm like, how about this one? He's like, okay, yeah, that might work. And so we hold on to the name Shadowcrew, and I just really like it because it embraces us, you know, to step out of our comfort zone. And, you know, we as a crew, we are the shadows, and, you know, we step out as a band. We step out as, you know, a team, you know. And I feel like Shadowcrew is a little bit of an alias right now because we're not really a crew. We don't have more than like 2 people. We're just only 2, you know. There's 21 pilots. Why 21 pilots? You know, there's only 2 guys. So I feel like it kind of works with crew because it's like a little bit of like you got to think about it.
I don't mean to interrupt. Would you say then that Shadowcrew isn't so much a band as it is a movement, and perhaps from the movement comes a band, but the band will go through phases, but the movement stays firm?
Yeah, I think you're right. Right now we're in the development of figuring out, you know, because I'm trying to, you know, I'm figuring out if I want to go to college or if I really, you know, want to take this band to the next level, you know. And I feel like that's, you know, I want to go to college, but I also want to, you know, continue making music with Andrew. But Andrew's only a sophomore at high school, or Sarah, sorry. And, you know, it's tough for us because if I'm going to be away at college and he's going to be in Sarah continuing his thing, and, you know, it's hard. We're figuring out, you know, we love each other, we support each other, and we wouldn't want to leave the band. You know, I feel like why me and Andrew connect is because we respect each other's ideas. We don't say that's dumb. We don't say that's stupid. We come up with an idea, and then we formally grasp it, and then we kind of make ways and how we can improve it and how we can basically embrace both of our ideas. Because Andrew likes classical, and I like pop punk and rock and whatever, and Andrew likes rock too. And we wanted to convey like a fast punk. And he's like, well, there's this famous Mozart pattern that he had, and he kind of translated that. He transcribed it, or I don't know, transpire it into like this like rock thing, and it just really worked out. So I think we really work well together, and that's really what makes the Shadowcrew.
Kira Elise responded, "Oh fuck yeah," and asked me, "What are your thoughts on asked you, what are your thoughts on personal space?"
I have no idea. Can I skip that one?
Next question, and these are 2 separate questions, but they kind of go together. The first question is asked by Amira Jones and Zach Vernon. Is the Shadowcrew getting back together? And CJ Weslow would like to know, are you guys going to drop another song?
The Shadowcrew is not getting back together, and yes, we are going to drop another song.
Okay. The next question, everybody is dying to know. I've gotten a lot of questions asking this. What really happened that split the Shadowcrew?
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. So it was, they wanted to do songs on controversial topics, and they were part of the LGBT community, and they wanted to write a song about having a bisexual relationship. And I said I didn't really want to write a song. I don't have anything against it. I fully support it. And they were like, well, you know, it's kind of homophobic. And I'm like, not really, because I choose not to write it, and you guys just joined our band, and you don't have you can't really control what we do. And me and Andrew believe that as well, because we both formed the band, and they were kind of also being mean to us in a way. And I felt they were a little bit immature as I was thinking, and I didn't feel like they were ready to make a song about that, because if they were mature and they were ready to write it, then I would be totally down for it. But I just felt like it wasn't going to turn out well, and it was going to be like a disaster. But there was many things about it, and we didn't really want to do it. We have nothing against it. You know, we want to keep making songs that represent us as people, and want to tackle themes that, you know, we live with. And, you know, and it's nothing, I have nothing against it. It's just that we didn't really want to work on it, and they just decided to split off.
You didn't want to write a song about the LGBT community. Does this make you homophobic, or are you homophobic?
I'm not homophobic. Not writing a song about it is not homophobic. It's just what you as a musician prescribe, as what you as a musician want to express. and I felt they were kind of like teasing us. They're like, oh, if you're not going to do this, then we're not going to be part of the band because you're not supporting us. And I'm like, okay, well, that's your decision. And I felt like they just, I don't feel like writing a song about a specific topic is not, it was, for me as a way, it was to avoid controversy, because I didn't want to put out a song about me singing and then I'm being like talking about like liking a guy like he was my sunshine or something, like I didn't want to write that because that's not what I, if I was gay, I would do it, but like I'm not because I'm straight, and it's weird for a straight person to sing a song about gay relationships. So it's nothing wrong with it. It just it wouldn't really fit with my, it wouldn't fit with me and Andrew and how we would prescribe the band or see the band.
So Jack, can you give us a little explanation of how you started, why you started music, what music means to you, and your history of guitar?
So what music means to me is it's a place where everyone can feel accepted. No one is judged. No one is hurt. And it's just a place where people can feel that they're accepted. It's a place where people can feel like they love what they can do and hopefully spread a message to everyone else that is going through stuff. Because music really speaks to you. And, I go through shit every day. I've gone through some stuff that I wish I've never gone through. And, for me, I listen to a lot of like reggae and Beatles because it just really is calm. It just really makes me feel well in the mind. And I just really love listening to those kind of genres. As on the other hand, I listen to punk rock and or pop punk and alternate because they're just really good styles for playing guitar. And I started playing guitar when I was in middle school, my third year of middle school. And so basically every summer I would go to my grandma's house, and my cousin Jesse, he's shout out to Jesse James Cohen. He taught me how to play guitar, and he just and I was like, I really want a guitar, Mom. I really want one. And he's like, oh, well, okay. And then so my dad took me out one day to the Guitar Center, and I was like, okay. So he's like, okay, we can look around, but we're not buying anything. I'm like, okay. And then and I just picked up the GS Mini. Okay. Sorry, I have dinner in a few minutes. But yeah, I started picking it up and I started playing, and that was one for me. My dad's like, all right, we're gonna get it. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I was so happy. I was because it's like the first instrument that you get, it brings you joy. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And then and then my dad was like, and I was like, did you plan this out? I was like, yeah, your mom and I planned this out so we can go get you a guitar. I'm like, okay. And so ever since then I've been playing guitar and I never stopped. And my first my cousin taught me this song by Bad Moves, this band I like. You guys can check them out. They're a DC punk band, pop alternate, and it's called Get Slow, and it goes like, there we go. It goes like this. It goes like, like that. And ever since then I've been playing guitar for the rest of my life. And I just started learning different chords and started learning different riffs.
All right.
Yep.
So that's the end of the questions. And I guess it's also the end of today's show. Thank you guys for joining us again after school. We had a lot of fun today with Mr. Jack Scearce. Tomorrow it will just be Paul and I. Later on in the week we will be having some more guests. We will be announcing them later on, most likely tomorrow. For After School with Paul and Aidan, I'm Aidan.
I'm Paul.
That's Jack Scearce of the Shadowcrew. Go look in the description. It has all of his social media, all of his information. Check out his song on SoundCloud, Trouble in Paradise by Shadowcrew. Thank you, Jack, for joining us today. Have a great afternoon.
You as well. Thank you guys.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Put the comments down. Turn your post notifications on.
Yeah, he's a natural.